Roxanne, Roxanne, all she wanna do is party all night.
Alright, so welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today we'll be doing another player review, this time on the new TOTS Felipe Anderson. And yes, it's another TOTS on the community because I had to wait till the price has gone down so I can afford them, but finally I can afford this Felipe Anderson and finally do a player review on him, because I know a lot of you have been asking for a player review on him, so here it is. I'm going to start off looking at him, and it's 4-star, pretty decent. 96 pace, absolutely fantastic, maxed out. 90 shooting, fantastic, probably higher actually because his penalties are so low, so that's why. Passing, absolutely nearly maxed out. Free kick actually doesn't matter because you got 11 people on the pitch, so you can just use a free kick from them. Passing, amazing. Dribbling, absolutely fantastic. Maxed out dribbling, maxed out pace, nearly maxed out shooting, nearly maxed out passing, and even really good stamina and good aggression. His strength and jumping could be a lot better, but this card already looks absolutely fantastic, and it better be, because how much I've had to pay for this card has to be an absolutely crazy card. And hopefully you can see finesse shots, flair, long shot taker, and speed dribbler. Anyway, let's get into some gameplay and see how good this Felipe Anderson card actually is. Now, we'll start off with one of his pros, is his pace, and I did mention before how solid his pace is and how good he is in the box. Doesn't really matter where you play him, and with this card, because he's so good, it doesn't matter where I played him, he felt amazing. I played him at a normal position as a left winger, I played him as a cam, even played him as a striker. Now, because his shooting isn't the best in the world, maybe striker isn't the one for him, but I did really enjoy playing him at any position, especially as a cam. Felt like he felt the best there because how good he was on the ball and how good he was with the ball, because he was very agile, very pacey, very good at dribbling. And you see that goal was absolutely fantastic and just showed how good he is, and also just showed that how that is so similar to his goal he scored in real life, which we had in the intro, which was really interesting to see that. Now, with these team of the seasons, you expect them to be good. So a 4-star combo is okay, I guess, is the average, but I would have much preferred if he had, of course, a 5-star somewhere, maybe a 5-star skills, 5-star weak foot. If he had a 5-star weak foot, I'd definitely put him as a cam, but otherwise, I'm happy just to have him as a more of a left winger because of the weak foot. Now, let's see, like, if you look at his shooting in a lot of these clips, you can see that he scored a lot of goals. And that's because at cam, he got into the play so much easier, made it so much more fun to play with as a cam. Also got a lot of passes off and a lot of assists. And you can see in 4 games, I played 4 or 5 games with each of my players, and that's normally a good representation, see if they're worth it. And just showed in 4 or 5 games, he scored 10 goals. That's one of the best records I've seen in a long time. 10 goals, which you might be thinking, okay, maybe he didn't get many assists. No, he got 6 assists, which makes him one of the best players I've used. And maybe that's because I played really well this weekend league, or maybe it was just because this Marcus Rashford and a combination of a lot of these players I've been using makes it a lot more easier to use. Now, another pro we got is wing play, which I did mention before. Playing him on the wing is a very, very good idea. I wouldn't think otherwise, just how solid he is, how fast he is, how good at dribbling he is, and very agile to get past many defenders. And I would definitely can't wait for his price to go down for me to buy him in my normal team. So this is definitely one card that you should be getting if you can't, maybe you can't afford maybe the big players such as the Salas and Damas, Vardys, Agueros, you know, the big team of the season that will be coming up for the Premier League. So that's why you should be able to get this Felipe Anderson very, very easily. Now, stamina, which we did mention before, was a big upgrade on his normal card, and an upgrade onto his storyline card, which everyone had, which made him a really, really amazing card to use. With his stamina, played him at cam, makes it a lot easier. Even playing him at striker, his stamina made him a lot more usable. Now, a con is no standouts, which I've used only on a couple players, and these couple players were absolutely amazing players. Atal, Sancho, and a couple more. But Anderson felt he was so amazing in everything, where his cons didn't really stand out because how good he was at shooting, how good he was in any other position, playing him in loads of positions. Just you expect at least something to stand out. Of course, his stamina was good. Maybe physical could be a lot better. But as a cam, with his dribbling being so good, and he's so good on the ball, like with trickily dribbling, made him not many standout wrongs with him. I felt like everything that he touched went into the back of the net. So that's why I definitely can't wait his price to go. He's gonna go very, very cheap in a couple of weeks, where everyone's gonna be having better players than him. And people won't be looking at, maybe he'd be worth 600, 500k. Hopefully then I can afford him and be putting him in my starting 11. Just how shows how good he was. And his passing, which we didn't really put into a pros because it was more of a yes, alright, nothing very special about it. But you can see a couple of his assists were just pinging across the box and getting an assist very easily there. Now, of course, when I recorded this, he would have been a lot more expensive, that's why his value of the coins is only 7.5, because for that price at the time you could get a lot more, but around now he's only 700k, which makes him, I would give him a better rating, but at the time 7.5 I feel like it's deserved. And also I think that there's a lot of other players you can get, and Premier League Brazilian also good to link, but you can get a Neymar, which I always say is one of the best players in the game at the time because of the 5-star skills. If you had maybe 4-star, maybe a 5-star weak foot, I would definitely put him a lot better. But anyway, you see overall rating, I'm giving a 9, which is very, very normal. I feel like he's been amazing for me, and I can't wait to use him in my actual team, as I've said so many times. That's why 9 is very deserved, and he's had so many good shots on target, which just shows that all of his goals were literally, he didn't get many shots wide. Just shows how good he was on top of the ball, how good he was with the ball. So yeah. Now chem styles, I would give him, the chem style I did give him was a dead eye. Improved that shooting to the maximum. Of course that shooting wasn't the best in the world, but I can't wait for him to be playing as a cam with a finisher, because the finisher improves that physical even more, which was one of those standouts which I would have probably put into a con, but because he is so good, that's why I've given him a finisher. And you see dribbling and shooting was his key pros, a very obvious one in all these clips I showed you. Anyway, that'll be all from me. Peace.